Syed, no, just before the break, I asked a question regarding how do we strike a balance in life? Because we could spend the entire day doing a'mal, doing du'as. There's so much that we feel that whether our day has gone in loss or whether it has gained, whether we've achieved what we need to achieve. There's so many things. How do we know, Sayyidina, that our past 24 hours was utilized in the best way?
Balance is required in every step in our life. Achieving a'mal, good deeds, worshipping, should not contradict our obligatory duties. No one can leave his work and sit at home without earning livelihood for his family and say that I'm busy in a'mal. So the a'mal should not contradict obligatories at all. So we have to know what we are supposed to do for our dunya, our life, and do that, and then achieve our responsibility in the wajibat. And then after wajibat are completely fulfilled, then we go to the recommended a'mal. This is the balance. The balance is to give everything its right. When you talk to others, the balance is this, that talk to them in the way that you want them to talk to you.
Subhanallah.
When you deal with others, deal with them in the same way that you expect and want them to deal with you. That is the balance. I mean, if we keep balance in every matter, then our life will be balanced. In fact, Islam teaches the balance between yourself and your rights and the rights of others. The balance between dunya and akhirat. Balance between your mind and intellect and the desires. Keep balance. We always focus on the balance. That's in Quran, Allah says, وَابْتَغِي فِيمَا آتَاكَ اللَّهُ الدَّارَ الْآخِرَةِ. Always seek in whatever Allah has gifted you the hereafter. وَلَا تَنْسَ نَصِيبَكَ مِنَ الدُّنْيَا. And don't forget your share in this life. Don't lose the balance between dunya and akhirah.
Subhanallah, subhanallah.
Most of people lose the balance. They focus more on dunya and give little attention and little time to akhirat, which is no balance. Balance is to give everything what it requires. Once Imam Ali alayhi salam was asked about intellect. What is aql? The narration says that he replied that the aql, the intellect, is when you worship Allah as much as you need him. And we always need him, so we worship him always. And to disobey him as much as you can tolerate the fire.
Allahu Akbar.
How much? We cannot tolerate the fire even for a second. And number 3, to do for dunya as much as you remain in it. And you know that all of us are in dunya for short while. All of us are temporarily here. And number 4, Imam says, and do for akhirat as much as you will remain there. And you know that we remain in akhirah forever. That is the balance. The balance is this. So balance is keeping everything in its right place and giving enough time for every matter and not losing the balance by doing more and neglecting other side of our life. Our life here is the preparation for our future. We must focus on the preparation for the future by doing good, and that is the balance in every step and every side of our life.
Thank you very much indeed. And Sayyidina, beautifully said. And unfortunately, our ulama and our communities do not talk about this on the mimbars, in our Islamic centers, in our masajids, about how to strike a balance in life. Okay, they speak about history and about the lives of the imams and what happened and things like this, etc., and fiqh, etc. But when it comes down to a balance of life, I believe many that who are watching and listening will agree that, you know, we need more lectures or more workshops, you can say, for families, individuals, and communities on how to practically strike this balance, to successfully have this. Because I believe there are people out there who are working 20-hour shifts, no time for family, no time for prayers. They're too tired to pray because they are working day in, day out, and then their health deteriorates, and there's no lazzat in prayers or spending time with the family or your community members because you're too tired from traveling from the other side of London, or saying that there's no balance. You see this everywhere. You see this, that people do not have this. It's not only Muslims and non-Muslims, like zombies.
The balance, in fact, the balance is mentioned in Quran in many verses. You see the Surah Hud in Quran contains one verse about balance. It says, فَاسْتَقِمْ كَمَا أُمِرْتَ وَمَنْ تَابَ مَعَكَ. Be on the right path, the balance, as you have been ordered, and all those who are with you, all those who repented their past and sins and become your followers. The order of balance is in Quran, is very clear. And I say that in every field in our life, we need balance. But the matter needs thinking, reflecting, and focusing to try to keep balance in every part of our life, each and every matter, even our eating, our drinking, our resting, our family life, dealing with our children, dealing with our friends. Balance is always required. Yes, please.
Thank you very much indeed, Sayyidina. Sayyidina, a question. Assalamu alaikum. Sayyidina, one Shia scholar has said that as our fasts in Mahi Ramadan are 18 hours long, as we are living in the West, we can shorten the hours and observe half the fasts and not put our health at risk, as Allah is all merciful and even our smallest efforts will be rewarded. Is this permissible?
Not permissible at all. This is against Quran. Every Muslim is required to obey Allah, the Prophet, and Ahlul Bayt. In Quran, it is very clearly stated, ثُمَّ أَتِمُّ الصِّيَامَ إِلَى اللَّيْلِ. Allah has told us in Quran when to start the fast and when to end it. Very clear. Allah said, فَكُلُوا واشربوا وكلوا واشربوا حتى يتبين لكم الخيط الأبيض من الخيط الأسود من الفجر, means eat and drink till the Fajr starts. Then أتموا, complete الصيام, your fasting, إلى الليل, till the night. There's no question of long hours or short hours. In some countries in North Europe, in summer, the day is 20 hours or more. But in winter, the days are just 4 hours. Yes, 4 hours. So when it is 4 hours, will they keep fasting? No, they will break their fast. Whenever night starts, that's it. Fast ends. So this claim of long hours has no foundation at all. If you are ill person, that's it. There is always exemption for the ill person. He is not required to fast as far as the fasting harms his health. But anyone who is not ill, not sick, he must fast no matter how many hours is the day. Because Quran did not give us limitation or excuses. Very clear. From Fajr till night. ثم أتم الصيام إلى الليل. That is the real Islamic rule.
So yes. A question about fasting. Now, if you've opened your fast in your hometown and you have to visit another city, which is like 100 miles away from your town, and you stay the night there, do you still fast? Can you fast the following day in that city? Or do you need to return to your hometown to fast again? I mean, you're not traveling, because say you stayed overnight 100 miles away and it's Fajr time or Sahri time. Can you wake up and keep a fast in that city, or you need to be back before Fajr in your own city? How will that work?
If you travel for 100 miles, you are a traveler. And traveler is not permitted to fast while he is traveling, unless you intend to remain, to stay in that place for at least 10 days from the time of your arrival in that city or place. So if you are planning to be there for 2-3 days or even up to 9 days, you are a traveler. No fasting. But if you want to fast, you have to come back, either to stay there for 10 days or to come back to your place. You should reach before Dhuhr. You should reach back in your city. You have to reach your city, your town or your city before the midday. And when you reach, immediately you do the niyat of fasting, and your fast will be valid for the next day.
So you cannot keep the Sahri in the other city. So you cannot keep the Sahri.
No, Sahri. No, you can have the Sahri. Sahri is not obligatory, but fasting cannot be done when you are a traveler. You can have your Sahri meal there.
Okay.
But you should return back to your hometown, or you do the intention of remaining there for 10 days or more.
Thank you very much indeed. Sayyidina, a question here. Assalamu alaikum, Sayyidina. If a person dies due to a heart attack after someone says or does something hurtful, then the one hurt the other will be questioned about it or punished for it? That's the first part of the question.
Allah knows. Allah knows. We don't know what is the real cause of the heart attack. We don't know. Allah knows. We cannot say that he got heart attack because of Mr. A or Mr. B. Allah knows. Unless there is concrete evidence, say someone hit someone on his chest and caused him to have heart attack. If there is such concrete evidence, then yes. But if there is only, fighting or tension or dispute, then he got heart attack, we cannot say that that person caused him the heart attack. Allah knows. Yes,
okay,
please.
Thank you very much. I'll jump to the third part of the question. Those who beg and don't do work, should we give to them when they come to us? If one refuses, then what happens? Does this make one more negative and less spiritual?
You see, in general, we should help any person who is in need. That is in general. But how to establish that he is in need? Especially when some people have made it a business. Nowadays, it is well-known fact that the beggars in many countries are not only rich, but in some places they are very rich. And when they die, they leave millions of dollars. So if you are not sure that this person is really in need, don't give the charity to such person, because the charity is the right of the needy people. Why to deprive the real needy and give to those who are not needy? They are just begging to accumulate more money. So do you want your charity to help the needy, or you want your charity to be accumulated and to make this beggar more rich? It is up to you. We say that we should try our best to make our charity reach to the real needy persons. Yes,
thank you very much indeed. And then going back to the second part of the question is regarding an aura. Do auras exist? Can we see auras or feel vibes? So basically, it's like a quality or an atmosphere around a person that you feel. It's like an energy. The energy that you feel of another person, that you feel maybe if you visit, for example, you visit a very high scholar or some educated person or someone of that level. Do we believe in this, such like that energy around a person, the spiritual or emotional or mental type of energy or atmosphere around individuals? Do we believe in this? Do these exist?
We cannot say for sure that it is a physical existence. It might be an imagination, an impression, a feeling when you meet a person of high caliber of knowledge or spirituality. You might feel something. That is possible, but we cannot say it is definite. And we also should be aware, and we should be warned that some people are misusing it to cheat others. Some people tell their own people to talk about such thing regarding Mr. A, to market him, matter of marketing. So we have to be careful. We don't take such claims blindly. In fact, when you go and meet the marja of taqleed himself, he's a very simple person. And that is, I mean, the best person after the imam, after the infallible imam, is the marja of taqleed. So when the marja of taqleed himself is very simple person, so what about others? We cannot accept the claim of extraordinary, say, energy or something which is imagined. We say that is imagination, and we need to be careful, and we need to make people aware not to be less misled by some cheaters.
Thank you very much indeed, Syed. So the question, fiqhi question, in fact, regarding the trimming of nails at night, or the combing of the hair at night, or looking at yourself in the mirror at night. Are these superstitions, or is this makruh, or what are these?
For sure, all these acts are permissible, for sure. Trimming your nails, combing your hair, looking at the mirror, all at night is permissible. It is permissible, for sure.
Okay. Thank you.
Someone asked a question that after performing his ghusl, he said he touched his private parts while washing his body. He is asking, is his wudu is invalid? The answer, no. The wudu does not become invalid just because of touching your private parts. No, it makes no effect on your wudu. Yes, please.
Thank you very much indeed, Syed. Syed, is it wrong to have books in your house, like a mini library, or you designate a place where you keep books, Islamic books or books, and not read them? So you have like a little mini library in your house. You buy all these books, and you never read these books. Is it wrong? Is it? Are we committing a sin because we are not utilizing the knowledge in those books? Will we be questioned for having such books or material in the house that we are not going close?
You see, whenever it is matter of books or any other item, whenever you buy something, do you think that you will use it or not? If you know that you will never use it, then you are wasting your money. If you know that you will never use it. For example, a person who does not know driving goes and buys a car and puts it in front of his house or in the garage, and he knows that he will never use it, and no one from his family will use it. He is putting the car just for show off. He is wasting money. When you buy the books, if you have possibility that you read them, because books are made to be read. If you don't read the book, then it is what? Piece of decoration? No. You see, in Quran, Allah mentions those كمثل الحمار يحمل أسفارا. Those who were given the knowledge but they don't utilize it are like the donkey carrying books. So the person should not be spending money on books which he is sure that will not read them at all. That is waste of money. Yes, it is waste of money to buy books or any item which you know that you will not be using them at all. I think the best way, before buying them, don't buy anything that you don't have possibility of utilizing. If you know that, for example, now if you go and buy books in Chinese language and you don't know Chinese, and no one at home with you and your family or relatives knows Chinese, what is the point of buying books in Chinese? Just wasting money. Don't buy anything which you don't utilize. Number two, if you have already now books and you don't use them, give them to someone who can be benefited from such books.
And say a question about homes here. I believe you don't need to pay homes if you worn a piece of cloth, even like anything, once a year. And you don't need to pay homes on that, or household goods, for example, a spoon, a knife, the cutlery you have in your kitchen, the plates you have in your, there's so much people have in the kitchen, and maybe they're not used in the year. Maybe they're there just for guests, so guests come and use. So it's only once a year you use these items, then it's fine.
You see, anything which is used usually, used, but usually, then it is used. But if it is kept without use for whole 1 year, then khums becomes obligatory on such unused items for 1 year.
Thank you very much indeed. So in a question regarding when you're prostrating, especially this is about men, where your lower back, a lot of people, the clothes they wear, especially in the West, their lower back shows, or it doesn't cover them completely, but a part of the lower back is shown when they're prostrate. You see that in many jama'ats. Is your prayer invalid? I mean, if your back is shown like this, I mean, a lot of this is quite common that you see, especially youngsters. And
you see, according to, in this matter, there are different opinions. Many of our Sunni brothers say that the prayer is invalid. If any part of the lower back shows, then they say Salah is batil, invalid. We, the followers of Ahlebait, our scholars say that the lower back part of it showing does not invalidate Salah, though it is not good at all. It is bad. It is not accepted. The recommended is this, that the cloth should cover from the tummy till the knee or beneath the knee. So the lower back must be covered, but not as obligatory as recommended. So in short, it is not good at all to wear a dress that when you go to ruku' or sujood, any part of this, any part of your back shows to others. That is something which must be avoided.
Thank you very much indeed, Syed. So the question regarding, obviously someone sent about a dream, where the person is standing under an orange sun or the sky on top of a sand hill with feet pulled down.
The dream, sorry, if it is dream, a dream should not be mentioned during the night. We have been mentioned, in the narrations which we have, that the dream should not be informed about during the night. If you want to speak about a dream, then keep it for the daytime, not for the night time.
Sure, no problem. Thank you very much, Syed, for clarification on that. Syed, we find there's different types of light. We find there's light which is emitted through a light bulb, light that is emitted through fire. There's light that is emitted from the sun. And then there's the light of God there's the light of the Imams, the Prophets. What, I mean, of course, these are different lights, but then how do we comprehend the light of, for example, the Imams, or the light of God, the light that, you know, of the sun, the things we can see, the fire. So, you know, these are all different types of light that we can see. So how do we compare these to when we said the light of the Prophet or the light of God, light of the heavens? So what is the meaning of this?
This question has got lot of details. Hours and hours can be spent in this matter of light. Hours and hours. In fact, some of our ulama have written like books in the matter of light, nur, nur. And not nur is light always. Because in Arabic, nur, the light of the, what we call it, light can be dhaw. So we have lot of things to say about light, about nur. Not to involve ourselves in details which are not necessary for everyone from the viewers. We say that the first which was created by Allah is the light of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi. أول ما خلق الله نوري. The first which was created by Allah is the nur of Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his holy progeny. Going into details will take a lot of time, and I don't advise it because many of our viewers will find it not directly related to their day-to-day issues. We better focus on issues which are beneficial for majority of our viewers.
Thank you very much indeed,
Yes.
sir. Sayyidina, jizya for non-Muslims back in the day was something that, you know, I believe non-Muslims had to pay. How was this used? Now, who made it compulsory? Who collected this jizya? And was it only for non-Muslims? And how was this used? Where was it used? If you can explain about this.
Jizya is the contribution of non-Muslims which they must pay against the protection. As you know that Muslims pay khums and zakat to the Baytul Mal. The Muslim state serves the community and the country and the society and the poor and everything from the income. Muslims contribute by paying khums and zakat. Non-Muslims don't pay neither khums nor zakat. So they are getting the service, or all the services, they must pay their contribution, which is called jizya, like tax. Like tax. Anyone who lives in any country utilizing the services of the state has to pay his income tax or VAT or any tax which helps the government to continue serving the people. Jizya is that. It is collected by the Baytul Mal and spent on the affairs of serving the society and the people in general.
Thank you very much indeed, sir. Assalamu alaikum. Question is about what is the punishment for a man who slanders his own innocent sister sister's name by joking casually that she has a loose character and associating her name with other men such as cousins, etc.
I mean, a brother who is accusing his own sister?
What is the point for man? Yes, who's accusing his own sister, her innocent sister, that she has a loose character and associates her with other men.
Anyway, in general, putting allegation on others is one of the most dangerous sinful acts. Most dangerous. You see, we have got one of the dangerous sinful acts is ghibah, backbiting. More dangerous than ghibah, more dangerous than backbiting is tuhmat, ilzam in Urdu. Tuhmat means to claim that someone did something wrong when in fact he or she did not. That is a great, very, very dangerous, very, very dangerous sinful act, and the punishment mentioned in the narrations for those who do that is something severe, very, very severe. So it is a major sin. This person must repent and seek apology from the victim and seek forgiveness from his sin and seek from Allah to forgive him. It is very dangerous, sinful act. Astaghfirullah Rabbi wa atubu ilayh.
Thank you very much. And he said, no, unfortunately, we have ran out of time for this evening's show. I'd like to thank you, like to thank all those who have called in. Inshallah, do join us same time next week with our Islamic scholar. Keep us in your prayers, especially the upcoming, as you know, Sayyidina, of 15th of Sha'ban. If you can finish off with a minute, Sayyidina, with recommended a'mal for 15th of Sha'ban, just for 1 minute, if you can finish off with last words.
The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam used to, and Ahlul Bayt, used to tell their family members to be prepared for the 15th of Sha'ban.
MashaAllah.
We have got narration that Fatima al-Zahra used to tell the family members to rest during the day of 14th of Sha'ban to be ready for the night of 15th of Sha'ban, because lot of a'mal, dua, istighfar, many things. So we say, keep yourself, your family prepared for the great night of 15th of Sha'ban right from now. May Allah accept your dua.